This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high schools.
Seattle, Maryland.
Seattle, Maryland!
Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Beals.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. This match features students from South Houston High School and Conroe High School. Players, this sound means your answer is right. This tone means you've answered incorrectly. And this sound ends each quarter. Winner goes on to the quarterfinals. The warm-up round begins with this 5-point question. Critics of Columbus often point out that one of the most often used words in his journal on his first voyage, a word he repeated 140 times, is the Spanish noun oro. What's the English translation? Oro. O-R-O.
Conroe, Chris.
No. No?
South Houston, Kyle.
Globe.
No, oro is gold. No score for 10 points. From 1954 to 1962, which country fought a bitter but successful battle for independence? Was it Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, Algeria, or Libya? Which?
Conroe, Chris.
Algeria.
Algeria is correct, and Chris puts Conroe on the board first for 10 points. The hospice he founded about 1,000 years ago in a pass between Italy and Switzerland still operates. Can you name him? That would be St. Bernard. For 5 points, what is the name for the type of humor used by Mae West in the following quotation? She's the kind of girl who climbed the ladder of success wrong by wrong. What kind of humor?
South Houston, Aaron.
Pun.
That's all there is to it. It's a pun. Yes, and South Houston is now on the scoreboard. I have a 5-point visual question for you. Look at your screen. The leader of these troops is standing in the front just to the left of the flag. Can you name him?
South Houston, Kyle.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt. Along with the Rough Riders. For 5 points, a dispute between the family of Martin Luther King Jr. and the National Park Service may result in the banning of tours at King's birthplace and tomb. In what city is this site home to the Martin Luther King Center for Nonviolent Social Change?
South Houston, Kyle.
Atlanta.
That is correct. Atlanta, Georgia. French for a witticism. This expression literally means a good word. For 10 points, what is it?
Conroe, Chris.
Repartee.
No. South Houston? It's a bon mot. No score for 5 points. Which event did not occur during the 19th century? From this list, Congress of Vienna, California Gold Rush, reign of Catherine the Great, Nat Turner's Rebellion, or Battle of Lake Erie? Which one did not occur during the 19th?
South Houston, Kyle.
Reign of Catherine the Great.
Catherine the Great ruled during the 17th. Or rather, the 18th century. For 10 points, which dinosaur was a meat-eating biped? From this list, Brontosaurus, Allosaurus, Iguanodon.
Conroe, Todd.
Allosaurus.
And not Triceratops or Stegosaurus, yes. For 5 points, identify the percussion instrument featured in this sonatina.
Conroe, Chris.
Castanets.
South Houston. That
Chris,
is
you're
correct.
right.
Yes,
You're right. It is castanets.
Actually, we are in error there. We had maracas down, and it obviously was not that one. For 10 points, identify the only non-crustacean from this list. Barnacles, shrimp, clams, crabs, and crawfish.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Clams.
It's a mollusk, yes. Add 10 points to the South Houston score. And now this, a 5-pointer. In 1484, King John II of Portugal rejected the opportunity to sponsor a western voyage to the island of Cipangu. Who presented the plan?
South Houston, Kyle.
Columbus.
Back to Christopher Columbus, yes, for 5 points. Teams, the biggest land fraud case in U.S. history was the Yazoo scandal of 1795. The legislature of one state had been bribed to grant 35 million acres of land to land speculators. Ultimately, the federal government took the land and created 2 new states out of it. Name any one of the 3...
Conroe, Chris.
Vermont.
Of the 3 southern states involved for 10 points.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Kentucky.
Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. For 5 points, in the United States, which is the greater population from this list? Native Americans, Spanish Americans, Asian Americans, African Americans, or...
Conroe, Chris.
Spanish Americans.
Or Cuban Americans?
South Houston, Kyle.
African Americans.
That is correct. For 10 points, I have a visual question. This is the beach at Trouville, an 1864 painting by Eugène Boudin. Identify the style of this work.
South Houston, Kyle.
Romantic.
It's not an example of romanticism. Can you take it, Conroe?
Carly.
Impressionism.
It is Impressionism. Another 10-pointer, multiple choice again. In which one of the following is the number of justices on the U.S. Supreme Court established? Would it be the U.S. Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Supreme...
Conroe, Chris.
U.S. Constitution.
Continuing the list, South Houston, the Supreme Court itself, a law passed by Congress, or precedent set by a U.S. president?
South Houston, Rebecca.
A precedent set by the president.
No, it would be a law passed by Congress, in fact. And that sound brings to a close the warm-up round. We'll be back to meet the contestants and resume with the questions and answers after this break. Welcome back. The score is 35 for Conroe, 50 for South Houston. Now we'll meet the contestants before we continue with the barrage of questions and answers. Okay, South Houston High School, the captain is Kyle Johnson, a senior. He's a National Merit semifinalist. A violoncellist, he's in the Latin Club and achieved silver medal status on the National Latin Exam. Rebecca Wilson is next, a senior, Rensselaer Polytech Institute medalist, Bausch and Lohm medalist, yearbook editor-in-chief, a National Merit commended student. Now, Aaron Roberts, a junior, has been in the wind ensemble for 3 years, in the band, an officer in the band for 2 years, and is a Who's Who award recipient, as well as a member of the Latin and German clubs. And David Yonda, a sophomore, UIL math team member, and a member of Mu Alpha Theta. With alternates July Dodson, Deanne Montgomery, and Misty Youngblood, and coaches Deanne Fernandez and Craig Hicks. That's the team from South Houston High School. Now let's turn to the squad from Conroe, Texas. The captain is Chris Harrell, a senior, Model UN member, a National Merit commended student. He's in Who's Who, and this is what, your 3rd or 4th year on the show?
Second.
2nd year, okay. Well, the face just looks familiar, Chris. Todd Ferguson is next, a senior. He's in Who's Who, a silver medalist in the National Latin Exam. Well, both teams hoping for some Latin questions today. He plays the saxophone and is a National Merit commended student. Next, we turn to Dawn Huertas, a senior, member of the Drama Club, student council. SAD, that's the Students Against Driving Drunk? Or
Yeah.
Drunk Driving?
Yes, driving drunk.
President of the Art Club, treasurer of the Methodist Youth Group. And Carly Roebuck is next. She's a senior. She's a member of Model UN and the Art Club. She's also a member of Dance Scope, a modern dance company, and of the Humanities Club. Their alternates, Rebecca Dabney and Chris Cheney. Their coaches, Gerard Kabelka and Cindy Oberthier. That's the team from Conroe. Our judges. For the academic challenge, our Professor Tom Hudson, Department of Physics, University of Houston, and Mr. Mike Mastandria, who is the Executive Director of Marching Auxiliaries of America. Their decisions will be final. We're going to go right into the bonus round. Here we go. A 10-point toss-up. Name the 4 nations approved for January 1st entry into the 12-member European Union. Hint, their capitals are Vienna, Helsinki, Oslo, and Stockholm.
South Houston, Kyle.
Austria, Finland, Sweden, and Norway.
We didn't ask for them in order.
Austria, Finland, Norway, and Sweden is the answer, so they'll get 10 points, and here is your sports bonus. For 5 points, what's the only major sport that puts you on defense when you have the ball?
Baseball.
That's the one. For 10 points, what sport is the spiritual parent of skateboarding and snowboarding?
Skiing.
Not that one, Conroe. Okay.
Surfing.
Surfing is correct. I have another toss-up. This is a 10-pointer. Latin for shepherd. It's the term often used for a minister who heads a flock or congregation. What's the word? Okay, you Latin students.
South Houston, Kyle.
Pastor.
Pastor is right. For 10 points. Nice and loud for us, please, Kyle, on your answers. Okay, South Houston, geology for 5 points. Just 100 meters offshore, your boat runs aground on an underwater ridge of sand. What do we call this type of geological formation?
Sandbar.
Yes, or a shoal. For 10 points, which of the 3 major classes of rock is least likely to contain carbonate materials?
Your answer?
Igneous.
Question goes to Conroe.
Your answer?
Sedimentary.
No, igneous is correct, but South Houston said their answer after the buzzer. For 10 points, to get from Peru to Paraguay, you'd have to pass through what country?
South Houston, David.
Bolivia.
Bolivia is right. Okay, again, it's South Houston on the bonus. Let's see if they can get higher up on the bonus ladder this time on a geography series. For 5 points, what was the former name of the Asian city now known as Yangon? It is the capital of Myanmar.
Rangoon.
Rangoon, that's the one. For 10 points, you're visiting Nashville, Tennessee. If you wish to leave Tennessee, what is the closest U.S. state into which you may enter?
Kentucky.
Kentucky, yes. For 15 points, in what U.S. state will you find the Big Cypress National Preserve?
Florida.
You picked the right one, and for 20 points and a total of 50, and you'll really know your geography if you get this one. If you begin somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean and sail along the equator to Africa, on the shore of what nation will you make landfall?
Liberia.
No, but that's a good try. Conroe?
Guinea.
Also a good guess. It's Gabon. Okay, you learned it first right here on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Okay, a 5-point music question. From which of Bob Dylan's greatest hits is this next excerpt taken?
Conroe, Chris.
Blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind is right. Okay, Conroe, this is your novel bonus. For 5 points, his second book on bullfighting, The Dangerous Summer, was published in 1985, 24 years after his death. Name the author.
Hemingway.
Hemingway, sure. For 10 points, classify Richard Wright's novel Native Son as social criticism, comedy of manners, mystical fantasy, adventure romance, or psychological satire? Native Son
Social criticism.
is correct. For 15 points, give me the title of the 1957 novel in which Jack Kerouac celebrated the free and vigorous life of the American drifter.
Your answer, please.
Rebel Without a Cause.
No, South Houston.
But I don't know if that's the name of the book.
Your answer?
On the Road Again.
The answer is On the Road. Well, there's a difference between the novel and the Willie Nelson song. We're out of time in the bonus round. We'll be back with the 60 seconds round and these category choices. Famous Austrians, Find the Hypotenuse, Flame Tests, and the Secret Category. The score at halftime, Conroe 65, South Houston 120. Questions used on this program are provided by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Here's how we play 60 seconds. You'll pick a subject. You'll get 1 minute to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. Any questions Mr. Pass will be referred to your opponent, and if you get them all right, we'll give you a 20-point bonus. Conroe, you're trailing, so Chris, it's up to you to select first.
Mystery category.
The mystery category, excuse me, is untitled, but you might want to write the answers down because if we get to question number 10, the information will be useful. Start the clock. Here we go. Kidney, pinto, and navy are types of what? Which southern hemisphere nation is the world's 5th largest in area?
Brazil.
Monosaccharides and polysaccharides are classes of what?
Sugars.
Whiskey is to distill as beer is to what?
Ferment.
What color would you associate with Prince Edward, a hero of the 100 Years' War?
Red.
What British rock group featured Jack Bruce, Ginger Baker, and Eric Clapton?
Cream.
Doff means to wear, and quaff means to do what?
Drink.
What 3-letter word describes the Holy Grail?
Cup.
What does a leprechaun keep his gold in at the end of the rainbow? Now solve the mystery category. Tell me what
Coffee.
subject. Coffee is right. All the answers have coffee in common, yes. And we do have 2 more questions to refer to South Houston. I'm excited. Rarely do we get question number 10 in that kind of category answered correctly. Okay, whiskey is to distill as beer is to what?
Brew.
Brew. What color would you associate with Prince Edward, a hero of the 100 Years' War?
White.
No, black would be the answer, and also would fit in with coffee, which we already know to be the theme there. South Houston, it's your turn.
Famous Austrians.
Famous Austrians it is. Start the clock. Here we go. Identify the occupation or field of expertise of these Austrians. Alfred Adler.
Scientist.
Ernst Mach.
Scientist.
More specific.
Physicist.
Maria Theresa.
Royalty. Royalty.
Gregor Mendel.
Biology.
Genetics.
Genetics.
Metternich.
Literary.
Wolfgang Pauli.
Science. Chemistry.
Erwin Schrödinger.
Literary.
Kurt Waldheim.
Literary.
Simon Wiesenthal.
Literary.
And finally, Gustav Mahler.
Music. Composer.
Yes, that's correct. So you got 50 points on famous Austrians. Conroe, identify the occupation or field of expertise of these Austrians. Alfred Adler.
Your answer?
Medicine.
No psychology. Metternich.
Psychology.
No, he was a statesman. Erwin Schrödinger.
Physicist.
That's correct. Kurt Waldheim.
Chemistry.
No, politics. He used to be the Secretary General of the UN in your lifetime. And Simon Wiesenthal.
Music.
Well, he was a celebrated Nazi hunter. Interested in the likes of Kurt Waldheim. Okay, now we're out of the 60 seconds round. We'll be back with Stump the Experts momentarily. At the start of the final period, it's a close one. 155 Conroe, 180 South Houston. We'll now have a series of rapid-fire questions in our Stump the Experts round of difficult material. Good luck. Here's a 20-point visual. Find the exact area in square units of the dark portion of the figure. We'll give you plenty of time to figure it out. We're looking for the exact area in square units.
Conroe, Dawn.
36 square units.
Of the dark portion of the figure.
Ring again, please. South Houston, Kyle.
328 square units.
The answer is 72 pi minus 144. No score. Here's a 20-pointer. What is a court action taken by a creditor to have a debtor's wages withheld for payment of a debt?
South Houston, Kyle.
Garnishing wages.
Garnishment is right for 20 points. Well done. Here's a 15-pointer. Match these Sinclair Lewis characters' last names and first names. Here are the first names: George, Martin, and Sam. The title characters: Aerosmith, Babbitt, and Dodsworth.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Sam Dodsworth, Martin Aerosmith, George Babbitt.
You got them all. Add 15 more to the South Houston score. For 15 points, the Stone Age lasted about 2 million years. Which age that followed it lasted about 2,000?
Conroe, Todd.
The Bronze Age.
Bronze Age. Well done, Todd. For 20 points, this college had the distinction of having housed 4 different armies in 2 wars. In the Revolutionary War, British troops under Lord Cornwallis used it as barracks, and later...
Conroe, Chris.
West Point.
And later, French troops bivouacked on campus. Along came the Civil War, and at various times both Union and Confederate contingents were quartered on its grounds. Named the beleaguered institution, South Houston.
Kyle.
Harvard.
Or College of William and Mary. For 15 points, the following music is taken from the soundtrack of which of Holly Hunter's films?
South Houston, Kyle.
The piano.
Piano is right for 15 points. Probably no other invention is as important to modern civilization as is paper. Paper made of a reed called papyrus was used by Egyptians thousands of years ago. In the first part of the 18th century, a French scientist, René de Réaumur, developed the idea for a new kind of paper when he watched wasps at work. What was Réaumur's idea?
Conroe, Todd.
Paraffin.
South Houston?
Kyle.
Making paper from pulp.
Making paper from wood pulp is right. For
2 minutes
20 points.
left.
A 2-minute warning has been given. There's a 15-pointer. In 1962, San Francisco Giants manager Alvin Dark said of pitcher Gaylord Perry, "We'll put a man on the moon before Perry will ever hit a homer." Prophetic words, as Perry hit his first home run on what day of what month of what year when man first walked on the moon? How about that? Somebody's going to guess. July 20th, 1969. For 20 points, what's the name of the square in the heart of modern Prague? That's Wenceslas Square. For 15 points, he is considered to be among the greatest artists of all time. In this work, one can see the detailed use of light for which the artist is so famous. Name the Dutch master whose work this is.
Conroe, Chris.
Rembrandt.
It is Rembrandt, right. For 15 points, what do Alfred Lord Tennyson, T.H. White, and Sir Thomas Malory have in common?
Conroe, Chris.
They're all poets? English poets?
South Houston, David.
They both use King Arthur as their subject.
They all wrote about the Arthurian legend, yes. For 20 points, I have a math question. Find the limit, if one exists, as theta approaches 0 of the expression cosine theta times tangent theta divided by theta. Again, find the limit, if one exists, as theta approaches 0 of the expression cosine theta.
South Houston, Rebecca.
Undefined.
Cosine theta times tangent theta divided by theta.
Conroe, Chris.
0.
1. For 15 points, in some flowers, the alleles for red and white produce pink flowers when heterozygous. This illustrates what kind of dominance?
South Houston, Kyle.
Incomplete dominance.
Incomplete dominance. There's the tone. The contest is over. Our final score is 185 to 280. The winner, South Houston. This is South Houston's first year ever to make it to the televised round, and here they are, advancing to the quarterfinals. Join us next week, won't you, as our teams will be from St. Pius X and St. John's. Chip Beal, see you then.
Join us again next Saturday when 2 more Houston area teams compete on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge.